All of that, this is where we're going to start today's show. Aston Villa's all-time record goal scorer, the wonderful Gabby Agbonlahor, joined the Breakfast Show this morning, said he doesn't think Spurs could have signed a better suited player than James Maddison.
Just the perfect player for Spurs, isn't he? You can have Harry Kane, say to Harry Kane, stop coming off so deep. You know, stay forward now. Maddison's going to come into that role, get on the ball, put Kulusevski, Son, Kane through. I think it's a great signing, but I do love Ward-Prowse, but I wouldn't say he's £40 million player, no, not at the moment.
So we're going to talk about all three players, similar positions. Maddison for £40 million, Havertz for 65 there or thereabouts, Mount 55 plus. One of the questions we'll be asking is start, sub and sell. So on the back of that question, what would your answer be, Benny? You've got Maddison, Havertz and Mount. Take your Arsenal hat off for a moment because your side have just paid 65 million for Kai Havertz.
What I will say is, before midnight last night, I probably would have sold Kai Havertz. Now, I'd probably start him. But no, if we're taking last season's form into account, and you look at all their stats combined, Mason Mount had 5 goals and assists combined last season, and he played in the Champions League, Premier League. Kai Havertz had 10 combined goals and assists in the Champions League and in the Premier League. James Maddison, whose side went down, had 19 goals and assists. So I'm starting James Maddison.
I think Maddison had better stats for goals and assists than Kevin De Bruyne.
Probably. I would have started Maddison. I would probably have bench Mount and sold Havertz.
Me too. Why is James Maddison the cheapest and Havertz is the most expensive?
The only thing I can read into it is that, listen, James Maddison's technique, his form, he's been brilliant for the last couple of seasons. We've seen Mason Mount and Kai Havertz do it at the highest level. We've seen them play in Champions League finals. We've seen one of them score in a Champions League final. We've seen the other one assist him in Champions League final. I think Mason Mount's won Chelsea's Player of the Year a couple of times as well. So at the highest level, we've both seen them do it. Champions Leagues, we've both seen them do it. James Maddison, we don't know yet. Like he's don't get me wrong, he's still been in the Premier League. He's been brilliant. We've seen him play well for Leicester in the FA Cup. We've seen him do really, really well, but we don't know what he's going to be like in Europe, in the Champions League. We don't know if he could step up to that level and be a success, whereas the other two have done it. So, but even saying that, I'm still going to say that James Maddison will be the one I started.
Yeah, I agree.
Until midnight last night. Now it's Havertz I'm starting.
Of course, it's changed.
Yeah, it's changed.
Allegiance, I understand. I think James Maddison is an absolute steal, an absolute bargain, and I think he's going to be one of the players of the season to watch. I think he's going to shine in that Spurs shirt. If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be incredibly excited. Does it make any difference as to Harry Kane's decision where he's going to go? Could he stay? Is he more likely to stay because he knows someone like Maddison's at the club?
Not really, no. I think it's going to take more than just, and that, again, no disrespect to James Maddison, it's going to take more than just one player to keep Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean? Because they've signed James Maddison, who's a very good player. I think is exactly what Spurs need. Are Spurs any closer to winning anything? Probably not. You have to say when you look at the teams that are strengthening in and around them. So they're going to need more reinforcements. So, but for 40 million, I think Spurs have done, and I think Daniel Levy deserves a bit of credit when it comes to this deal. I know he gets a rough ride, and maybe rightly so, and we've heard managers talk about him. Getting this deal done, £40 million, which is next to nothing. I've seen Championship players coming out of the Championship to the Premier League for nearly as much as that. Well, obviously he's doing the same thing actually when I think about it.
That's exactly what I said. Well, he's not in the Championship yet.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's a really good bit of business. I really do.
Okay. 03717223344. Nick is a Chelsea fan. Hello, Nick.
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm good. Shall we play our brand new game with you? See if it works.
Go on, then.
All right. So I'm going to name a Chelsea footballer. I want Benty to write down the first thing that comes into your head, Benty. And then, Nick, I'll ask you and see if we can get the same, all right?
Go on.
First image. It can be a kit or a goal. First image you have of Kai Havertz. Write it down quickly, Bentley.
Kai Havertz scoring a winning goal in the Champions League.
Bentley, what you got? Champions League final. It works. The game works. Brilliant. Hey. How are you, Nick? Are you good? Are you well today?
Yeah, great. Just about to play golf with my great mate Danny. So in 10 minutes' time. So looking forward to it. The sun's shining.
What do you play off, Nick?
Probably about 22, 23.
That's okay. It's a game to enjoy. If you don't take it too seriously, you'll have fun. Yeah. Go on then, Nick. What have you phoned up to say? We're talking about the three, Maddison, Havertz and Mount. Which one are you talking about?
Okay, well, I suppose I have to agree with Kevin Campbell about Kai Havertz, and he was played out of position last season, but I would say I can't believe we got 65 million quid for him.
Yeah.
I just... Well done, Chelsea. Out of all the wrong things we've done over the last year, I just think he's a really silky smooth luxury player, but I don't think he's a Premiership player. I definitely put Maddison ahead of him, and I definitely put Mount. They've both proven Premiership. I just think he's a luxury player that's not worth 65 million quid in the Premiership.
Premier League, Nick, Premier League.
Nick, let me ask you a question. It looks like Mason Mount could go. Would you be sad to see him go? Or do you think it's the right decision?
No, if he wants to go, I've always said it, if a player wants to go, let him go. But yeah, I'll be really sad because I love it when we've actually gone through a period, thanks to Frank Lampard and the transfer embargo, where we have brought youngsters through. And we got some great youngsters, Conor Gallagher and the like. I'd love him for him to stay, fight for his place, pay him a decent wage and let him stay. I don't think we wanted to go. I think we proved that by turning down good offers from Manchester United.
Yeah, I agree. Nick, thanks for your call. Let's go to Pete. Is it Pete? Hello, Pete, the Man United fan.
Oh, yeah, you all right?
Pete, do you want to try our new game out that I've just invented?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, don't say your answer. Benty, write down your answer, right? First thing that comes into your head when you think of the former Man United player Lee Sharp. Don't say it yet, Pete. Benty's writing something down. I'm gonna hold on. I've written down one as well. Okay. Pete, the Man United fan, first image of Lee Sharp in your head, what's he doing? What's happening?
It's the yellow and green away shirt with the cords.
Okay, I wasn't going anywhere near that. I've written down the Sharpie Shuffle.
Celebration.
Yeah, okay. So 2 out of 3 is not bad. Right, Pete, you United fan, what have you phoned up to say?
Yeah, basically, I don't understand why James Ward-Prowse isn't being, why his clubs aren't after him.
Great question.
I honestly think he is on par with all 3 of those, if not better.
Joe, I like Ward-Prowse. Really like him. His mobility would be one thing that I look at and go, he's not the most mobile when it comes to getting around the pitch, but technically he's very good. So, I mean, it's a tough one because I would probably still opt for probably all 3 of them over James Ward-Prowse.
I wouldn't.
Probably, yeah. But I mean, Havertz is different because we've seen him play centre forward, which is not his position. But I think definitely Maddison, off of back of last season, I'd probably have him ahead of him.
Pete, just quickly, do you want the Mason Mount deal to go through?
I'd rather have James Ward-Prowse.
Would you?
100%. Him and Casemiro, and then Fernandes ahead of him.
Okay, Pete, thanks for your call. It's weird, the James Maddison stuff. The James Ward-Prowse stuff.
Yeah, really. But I said this, shouldn't I, last week? That why is he not being linked to anybody?
I don't know. Maybe he will. Listen, the window's got a long way to go to.
But what would you rather do? Join a team, because these are the clubs that are in for him. As I said, would you rather join a team that's maybe just got promoted out of the Championship, so there's a chance that they could come back down, or would you prefer a team that's maybe just hovered above the relegation zone and survived by the skin of their teeth, like at Everton?
Yeah, I get that.
Or stay where you are.
Yeah, okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.